that's just a message starting off from the coaches, from Coach Cable. That's a message that he's giving us, and then I'm passing that down to the younger players, me and Malik, guys like that, just letting them know that we still have a goal that we're trying to accomplish. We still are focused on winning the next game. We played a lot of good teams, like you said, so far, and things didn't go as well as we wanted to. We did win 2 very good games, but there was a lot of other games where we know we could have won. And there was things that we did where we beat ourselves. So we just kind of talked about that and trying to fix those things so that we can be more fortunate moving forward.
How different, I guess, is the mood and the mindset around the team now compared to where it was a couple of weeks ago after the Florida State win?
I think after the Florida State game, I think we just were a little on a high horse, and I think we got a little too complacent because we were just happy that we won. And, that whole week after that Florida State game, that's all you saw over our social media feeds when you're walking around campus. Everybody's talking about how good we are and how good we're doing, how fun the game was, stuff like that. So, especially a young team, you could hear that all the time and kind of lose perspective on, task at hand, which is the next opponent. So after that game, we were in a game where we can win and we have a chance to win, then we beat ourselves, and now it's right back to the drawing board. And then you let that fester over time without kind of addressing that issue. That's how you end up losing 4 games in a row. So we kind of just went back to the drawing board and just got back to who we were and just, making sure we focus on fighting every day. I told you a while ago, that's what I see, and that's what we all see on our chests, every game. And we know that's what we have to do, so we just kind of got back to that.
Do you feel like in general the team is in a better position to be able to handle Syracuse's defense, having seen it, not just from them, but had some other teams play some zone against you than you were the first time?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it was definitely a little difficult for guys like Xavier and Trey to get going when we played Syracuse the first time because they were in that zone and then the gaps weren't there to drive all the time. But, we've definitely done a great job, and the coaches have done a great job of just teaching us, and especially them 2, new ways to kind of attack that zone and be effective.
Obviously when he faces something like that, shooting from the outside is pretty important. How do you toe the line between being aggressive from the outside and taking a bad shot?
Coach wants me to be aggressive, period, looking for my shot and, finding my spots and getting to open places and making sure I'm letting my teammates know when I'm open and, making sure they're looking for me. So, I mean, I'm not, going to change my mindset going into this game per se. I'm just focused on the task at hand, and that's winning and being a leader, which is my largest role on the team, is being a leader. But, I am probably our best shooter, so it is a game where I know, like I said last time, I'm probably going to have to step up, and I'm probably going to have a lot of opportunities to take shots. So just making sure I'm ready to make them is important.
Are you figuring that they might utilize you some in the high post? Because I remember the first game, they would sort of rotate. Like you would be up there sometimes, Malik would be up there sometimes on D's. And Terrell, are you figuring that you might factor into that strategy at all?
Yeah, especially because we've been playing small a lot, and it's something that's actually been effective for us. And probably when we go in these smaller lineups, I'll definitely be in that high post area. Be able to just attack, either going to the basket or making plays for my teammates, or even finding my own shot. So.
Do you those opportunities where you're maybe the second tallest guy on the court? Do you sort of relish those and for a guy who's listed at 6'5", you're someone who's done a good job rebounding this year. When you're at a size disadvantage like that, what do you think makes someone an effective rebounder?
It's just fun, honestly. When I see that small lineup, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, it actually kind of gets me more hype. It kind of gets me even more amped up, just because you kind of have to go that much harder because you are shorthanded vertically. You are shorthanded. But, when we have those short lineups in, we can be a little more aggressive on defense because now we're switching everything and, we can be up in passing lanes and we can be a little more aggressive defensively trying to apply pressure. So it's fun. And then, myself, I like banging bodies. I like being physical. That's how I am. That's how I grew up. So it's always fun to get in there and rebound. I do that whether we have a traditional lineup in or a small lineup. So
we had talked, I guess, after the first game that, part of the scout for them was that they hadn't been shooting the ball from 3 that well, and you guys kind of not let them, but you were backing off them a little bit, and they kind of hurt you. And then since then, that's kind of been the thing that's been working really well for them, especially with Boeheim. How much different does that make their offense when you have to really respect their three-point shooting?
I mean, we knew that they had really good scorers, and we knew that going into last game. Them not shooting well going into last game that we played them wasn't even a factor in our minds because we knew how good they were still, and they've been shooting a really hot ball lately, especially on Boeheim. So that's something we've been talking about. Being outside of Boeheim, they have 4 like really good scorers, just scorers that can score at all 3 levels. So you got to pay attention to those guys all the time.